You were built for initiation, for struggle, for service. But the modern world offers you nothing to fight for. You wake up in a comfortable bed, scroll through a glowing screen, and distract yourself with endless content. But deep down, you feel it. That dull ache, that weightless sense that nothing truly matters. You're not depressed exactly, but you are disconnected, disoriented, useless. This isn't just your problem. It's a modern epidemic, and it has nothing to do with your work ethic or your intelligence. It has to do with a system, a culture, that has forgotten what men are for. For most of human history, boyhood had an expiration date. There came a moment, often marked by blood, pain, or danger, where a boy would leave the world of comfort and cross into manhood. Tribes had names for it. The Maasai had lion hunting, the Spartans had agoge training, Jewish boys have bar mitzvahs, indigenous tribes had walkabouts or vision quests. But no matter where you look, one thing is consistent. Men were forged, not born. Jung once wrote, "The greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of its parents." In modern life, that burden has mutated. Many young men today remain psychologically tethered to their mothers, not literally, but symbolically. They are overprotected, over-domesticated, and deprived of challenge. Without the crucible of initiation, they become boys in men's bodies, technically free, but spiritually lost. Initiation didn't just make a man strong, it made him useful. It taught him that his life was no longer about comfort, it was about responsibility. Today we tell boys to be nice, to fit in, or to go to college and get a job. But nowhere along the way do we stop and say, you are no longer a child, and the world is now your burden. That line has disappeared, and without it, so has the man. There is a fire in every man, a desire to build, protect, conquer, or serve. Carl Jung called this the hero archetype, the psychic blueprint that drives men toward meaningful struggle. But when a man has nowhere to direct that energy, it turns inward. It becomes restlessness, addiction, rage, apathy. Look around. Why do so many men retreat into video games, adult content, and isolation? Because in those simulations, they feel something. A mission, a challenge, a reason to level up. They're not weak, they're misdirected. They're trying to slay dragons in digital worlds because the real world has no dragons left to slay. We tell men that their natural instincts to lead, to fight, to pursue excellence are toxic. We mock the hero, reduce him to a stereotype, or pathologize his ambition. But suppressing that archetype doesn't make it go away. It just makes it darker. An unexpressed hero becomes bitter, numb, dangerous, because the strength meant to defend is now idle, and idle strength rots. The old systems are gone. We no longer live in tribes. There are no elders pulling us into the forest and demanding that we earn our manhood. But that doesn't mean that the need has disappeared. It means that you have to do it yourself. Self-initiation is not a retreat into isolation. It's the conscious decision to confront discomfort and come out transformed. In practice, that might look like taking responsibility for your mental and physical health, choosing delayed gratification over comfort, setting a vision that transcends your immediate pleasure, and becoming the man you would follow. You don't need a sword in the literal sense, but you do need a mission, something worth suffering for. This is not about becoming some caricature of masculinity. It's about becoming whole, which means confronting the parts of you that are undeveloped, unchallenged, or unclaimed. Jung said, man's task is to become conscious of the contents that press upward from the unconscious. That content is your unrealized potential, your unlived fire, the part of you that wants to do something with your life, not just pass time until death. Self-initiation means standing at the center of your chaos and saying, "This is mine to handle." No one's coming to save you, but you can save yourself. And when you do, when you transform from passive observer to active agent, you don't just help yourself, you become useful to the world. If you feel useless, you're not alone. Millions of men today are quietly aching for a mission, something worth bleeding for, building for, living for. But the world won't give it to you, so you have to choose it yourself. Maybe that means becoming the first man in your family to heal. Maybe it means creating something from nothing. Maybe it means taking care of people who never had anyone to rely on. Whatever path you take, the principle is the same. Turn pain into purpose. Turn weight into strength. Turn chaos into order. You were never meant to be idle. You were meant to carry something. And the moment that you do, the moment that you stop asking for permission and start choosing your burden, you stop being just another lost man, and you become someone the world can count on. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your journey towards integration.